Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be showing you 10 tips and tricks on this server, snapcraft.net. This isn't just going to be on the prison server, it's going to be kit PvP, it's going to be levels, it's going to be everything. So I hope you guys enjoy this video. Oh yeah, and I forgot to point out, I did get a new computer. As you can see, my FPS is much better than in the last videos. And it's so much better when I'm not recording, so I hope you guys enjoy. And don't forget to like, sub, and turn on notifications. Okay guys, so the first tip I will be showing you is about Snapcraft Prison PvP. So this tip is going to be about running. So running is a big part of Snapcraft. I mean, I'm not saying that in a good way. I hate when people run, but if you get ganked, you need to run, because I don't think being ganked is fair. I mean, sometimes I do gank, but let's get into the video. So, when you're running, what I don't G-pick away. So, I used to think that using your G-pick to, mine away from the people was a good strategy. But then I found out it actually wasn't, because I got ganked, and then I tried it, and they caught up to me easily. And we also tested it, and me and RV6 tested it, and it wasn't that efficient. So we just stuck to bow boosting. Bow boosting, to get good at bow boosting, you have to practice it. So basically, what you do when you bow boost, you get a punch 2 affinity 1 on breaking 3 bow, and you shoot forward just ahead of yourself, and then you jump up and hit yourself with the arrow, so you're flying towards there, and it doesn't keep you in combat, which is amazing, which makes this such a good strategy for running. So yeah, that's what I recommend other than G-picking away. So yeah, let's get into the next tip. Alright guys, so this next tip is about drills. Drills. So drill picks are actually very useful in lots of ways. I mean, I don't like drilling people personally. I do not like getting in a drill and just jumping up and down and critting someone out, because that completely ruins like PvP skills and everyone gets equal hits. But you can do that if you're not a good PvPer and you can just drill people in and then start critting them out. So like, you drill them, you jump in, and then you have to jump up and down, or else you're just gonna get stuck, and then you're gonna get comboed, and your armor's gonna break faster. So you combo them like this, and then drills can actually be used for running as well. I mean, this may seem surprising, but you can actually run in PvP mine, and then like drill someone in a drill and then easily get away. I mean, you can only do this if you are very skilled at drilling, but I personally don't recommend that. So yeah, I don't recommend drilling people and jumping in there, but if you're bad at PvP and you need to do that, then I would do that. And if you think it's efficient, then you can do that. But on to the next tip, guys. Okay guys, so this third tip is on levels. So as you can see up here, I am level 349, and it boosts my hearts on survival by 3.49 and my damage on survival by 0.7. Levels are big because you can get such big advantages with them. And I'm just going to show you how to get levels. So when you need to farm levels, you come on survival. You can just do that by /survival, and you get like a decent sword like this. You get some, I know you don't need armor, but whatever. You just need a decent sword like this, and then you need a quadruple XP booster. You could get a triple XP booster, but those are not that as efficient as quadruple. And then you go to like a place like Warp Campo Grind or Warp Star, and you farm spiders. So you go up and then you farm cave spiders and normal spiders. So you just do those, and you look up and you just click all day literally. And it may take longer than you think, but in 1 week I actually got about 200 levels. So if you just have patience and time, you can do this. And yeah, that's how you get levels. On to the next tip. Okay guys, so this next tip is going to be about what levels do. So levels, if you can see up here, on kit PvP I get 1.75 plus hearts and 0.35 plus damage. So that's basically damage here. As you can see, the sharp one sword has 7.25 attack damage. With my 0.35, it will basically be 7.6 damage. So it gives you more damage, and it also gives you more hearts. So the more hearts and more damage is really good because, first off, if you're just equally hitting each other and you're both equally good at PvP, you will win if you have more levels. And second off, on kit PvP, levels actually count in duels, and that's kind of overpowered, in my opinion. So that's good, I guess. And if we go to prison actually gives lots of hearts and damage. The damage on prison caps at 2, so that's level 200, and then the hearts keep going on, so 3.49 hearts. So yeah, if you have more hearts, you have a lower chance of getting quickied. With more damage, you have a higher chance of quicking someone. So those are what levels do, and I'll be here on to the next tip. Alright guys, so this next tip will be about mining on prison. I had to go to Warp Z because someone was G-picking. Press 1, it was very annoying. So this tip will be about how to G-pick. So when you're G-picking, you don't want to you do not want to fly. The reason for this is because if you fly, then the G-pick will lose more durability. I have tested this, it is actually true. You can go test it for yourself, but that is a true fact, so I do not recommend flying. Another tip about using your G-pick is to look down, don't jump, and just spin around like this. So you look down, you don't jump, and you do this. And then you have Warp Z or Warp Press 1 or Warp Press 2 up arrowed, and you do this, you sell, and then you repeat. So that is how actually your explosive works more, and that's how you get more things, and that's how you fill up your inventory more, and that's how you make more money. On to the next tip. Okay guys, so this next tip, the 6th tip is going to be about repair tokens. Repair tokens for mining actually on Snapcraft Prison. So when you're mining on Snapcraft Prison, to make profit in Mine Z or like any mine, or to make more money, you would have to buy tier 1s, tier 2s, or tier 3s. If you really have to, buy tier 3s, but I recommend buying tier 1s and tier 2s. The reason you don't buy tier 4s and tier 5s is because if you do the math, then if you buy enough tier 1s or tier 2s to be equivalent to 1 tier 5, it will be less money. So if you buy tier 5s, you'll be losing money when you G-pick, or you buy tier 4s. So you buy tier 1s and tier 2s. Let's go to my shop. Okay, so this is my shop. I buy them for tier 1s for 1.6 mil and tier 2s for 7.8 mil. I buy them for these prices because with these prices you wouldn't be losing profit. You would have to buy tier 3s for about 14 mil to make profit, like 14 to 15 mil to make profit, but I just don't buy them. I mean, you can buy them if you want, but I don't do that. And yeah, those are the prices you would do if you're buying tier 2s or tier 1s. On to the next tip. Okay guys, so this 7th tip will be more about PvP. So this will be about like how to not get quickied. So obviously you can get more levels to get more hearts so you don't get quickied, but a lot of reasons people get quickied is because of the gap glitch. So the gap glitch is where your gap doesn't eat, and it takes like a long time before it does eat. The reason for this is because most people, when they jump up when they get quickied, they jump up and down and eat a gap, and that causes the gap glitch. So if you are about to get quickied, you do not jump up and down. You just stay still and you eat your gap, and this will eat it faster and not cause a gap glitch. Also, if you're running around killing nons or something, I don't recommend like going in a corner, because it's so much easier to quickie someone if they're in a corner. And I don't recommend opening your inventory for more than like 3 seconds to do something, unless you're in the middle of a fight and you're repairing your armor or doing something else in your inventory. So yeah, those are tips about how to not get quickied. Okay guys, so this next tip is going to be about PvP loadouts, or layouts, or whatever. So there's certain layouts that I use when certain inventories I use when I PvP. So, if I'm going to like go in PvP and I know who I'm killing, like I see them, I'm gonna quickie them, or like this big gang fight, I'm gonna engage, I'm gonna go and fight them. I would use a G chestplate and G boots. The reason for this is because the G boots give you jump 3, speed 3, and the G chestplate gives you antidote. So G leggings and G helmets are basically useless except for their protection. So if you're going in PvP and you know who you're gonna kill, recommend using G boots and G chestplate, then P4E3, leggings, and helmet. But if you're going to run around and kill nons, like if you're running around, you know, just getting gang kills and stuff, what I do, I use a full G set. So why I do this is because with a full G set, you have a much lower chance of getting quickied. And with half G set, half P4U3, your chance of getting quickied is much higher. So yeah, those are the tips I have about inventory in Snapcraft Prison. Okay guys, so this 9th tip will be about how to make money on Kit PvP. So I have 14k on Kit PvP, and I didn't get any of this from trading prison money to Kit PvP money. And how I did this, honestly, you just jump down and you kill things, you kill people. And this gives you lots of money. I mean, I did buy speed 2. If I didn't, I would have made much more money actually, but speed 2 is worth it, and it's so much easier to make money and kill people with it, so speed 2 is worth it. Just buy some speed 2 and make your money back. So that's basically it on making money on Kit PvP. You can transfer money from prison to Kit PvP if you don't play prison, you know, you're quitting prison and moving to Kit PvP. And you can make lots of money by doing that. Just trading money from prison to Kit PvP. But there's actually one more money-making method on Kit PvP. So this actually involves prison and Kit PvP. So if you don't play Kit, if you don't play prison, you don't have to do this, but for the people who do play prison and Kit, you can do this. So you can either get a slicing pick or a G pick, and like go to press 1, Z, whatever mine you're in, and just AFK slice, or G pick and slice at the same time. And this will make you money like about 1 bill every 30 minutes if you try really hard and you're 24/7 mining. And then you could sell 200 mil for 1k on Kit, and that's really good. So that is 5k on Kit every 30 minutes mining on prison. And that's another way you can make money on Kit using Prison. So onto the last tip, guys. Okay, guys, this last tip will be all about clients and what they do and why they're so useful. So if you want to be like good, I guess I could say. I mean, you can be good. You can be good without a client, but if you want to be perfectly on time, not lose things and just be better at keeping your stuff, then you would have to use clients. So, I mean, this FPS, this clock, this CPS keystrokes ping are completely unnecessary, but you can use them if you want. I use them because I think they're helpful and they're just cool, to be honest. So if we go press 1, I can show you, I guess not, this is a G picker. I can show you what this stopwatch does. So the stopwatch is really useful for G picking. So when you're G picking, you obviously want to slice in the middle of your G picking, but usually it would take time, like go out, set a timer, and then go out and stop it, and then play it again, and all that stuff. So that's why you use stopwatch. So you set a keybind for stopwatch. I have left arrow. And whenever you slice, you play it. And when it gets to 420 seconds, you know you can slice again. So you lay out your inventory and then you slice. And that is how you AFK slice, you G-pick slice exactly on time every single time if you keep your eye on this. And also, these are probably the two most important ones for PvP and for Kit PvP and for Prison PvP. So armor status and potion status. So what potion status does, I don't think it really does anything for Kit PvP except like tell you when your speed potions are about to run out. But this is really useful on Prison PvP. So if you have potion status on, you can see when your strength runs out or when your gap runs out. So I'm just gonna get a gap. So as you can see up here, it has regeneration. So what you can keep your eye on the potion status, and when the regeneration runs out, you know you have to use a gap again. And same with strength. When you use a strength potion, it shows up here. And then when you know exactly when your strength runs out, and then you could just use another one without like having to waste strength pots or having to not use them on time. Now onto armor status. So this is very, very, very useful on Kit PvP and on Prison. So first, let's show what it does on Prison. So on Prison, if you're using a full G set or like 2/4 G set, then you need this. It would also really be useful for P4U3 as well. So what you do with this, I set it to percentage. So like what it does is when it gets to so what you do when it gets to about 99%, then if you're using a G set or a 2/4 G set, then you take your rep and you overrep it. So you know exactly when to overrep your armor. And that's perfect. So you can overrep it, and then you don't have to like be messed up, and you don't have to check your inventory every second. So guys, if you go to Kit PvP, this is actually much more useful for Kit PvP than for Prison. The reason for this is because on Kit PvP, when you're using a G set, you don't want your G set to break, obviously. So if you're fighting someone in a G set, then you can see your G set status. And when it's about to break, you take it off and put on a new G set, so your G set doesn't break. And that's why this is so useful for prison and kit PvP. So you basically need a client if you're gonna do G-set fights and all those big fights. So yeah, I use Badline client. Lunar client did become bannable on Snapcraft. So I don't recommend doing that. I mean, if you want to risk it, go for it, but I wouldn't risk it. So that's why I use Badline client. And yeah. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you found these tips useful on Snapcraft Prison PvP or Snapcraft Kit PvP or levels or anything. I hope you guys enjoyed, and don't forget to subscribe, hit the like button, turn on notifications so you don't miss any other of these awesome YouTube videos, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!